Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So for those of you who have been following me before, either on Instagram or here on YouTube, you know that my focus was kind of beauty and makeup and skincare. And while I still want to incorporate that into my channel this year, we're going to be taking a different direction and kind of just doing whatever, basically. We're going to talk about makeup, we're going to talk about music, we're going to do challenges, we're gonna do all sorts of things just because, you know, why the heck not. So over the last couple years, my makeup style has changed. I used to kind of like the dramatic eyes, heavy makeup, and while that's all fine and good and still beautiful and very creative, it's just not the direction that I'm going in as far as makeup wise. I just kind of like to focus on taking care of my skin and kind of doing more natural makeup, I guess you can call it. We'll also talk about skincare. That's something that I've really gotten into. I mean, it looks like crap right now, whatever, but that's something that I've really gotten into and kind of have been researching a lot is skincare. So we're going to be talking about that, going over routines, different products to incorporate for different types of skin, that kind of thing. And just other, just other things. I mean, we're going to have some fun on this channel. I'm kind of doing this just for fun, basically. Nothing, too serious. I'm no expert by any means on anything. It's just me filming videos, having fun, and just sharing it with you guys. So if there's anything you'd like to see, literally it can be anything. It could be a reaction video. It can be, I'm not a terrible singer, but I'm not the best singer, so probably not covers. But reaction videos, maybe like ASMR, just those kind of things. So you guys just let me know what you want to see. But today's video is going to be, I'm actually recreating a makeup tutorial from Nara from Korea. She did a K-pop idol tutorial. So I kind of want to recreate that. I've been really into K-pop music lately and just Korean beauty, Korean skincare. I mean, they know what they're doing over there as far as like skin and makeup. So I just kind of wanted to recreate this and just see what it would look like, I guess. So yes, the video that I'm recreating again is K-pop idol tutorial by Nara from Korea. So I will, if I figure it out, I'm not the best at editing, but if I figure out how to somehow attach this video somewhere so you guys can kind of watch as I'm following along, then that would be great. But if I can't figure it out, then I'll figure it out eventually, right guys? Right. So let's get started then. So first things first, I'm going to get my hair out of my way. Just clippity clip clip. Okay, so the first thing she starts with is lip balm. She does use the Laneige, I don't know if I'm saying that right. The Lip Care Intensive Care, the little pink one. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. I'll if I figure how to edit and stuff, I'll attach it somewhere. But I don't have that, so we're gonna use Lip Smackers Cotton Candy. Memories. Really brings me back, Okay, so that's done. So the first thing she does is she primes. So she uses a spray primer that, again, I don't have. So most of the, actually not most of, pretty much all of the things that she used in her video, I don't have. And like I said, I mentioned before, I used to be really into makeup and I used to own so much of it, but I've gotten rid of it over the years. I mean, obviously as it goes bad, but just because I really don't use it. So I'm going to use what I have and kind of make do. So we're gonna roll with it. So she uses some kind of spray primer that I don't have. So we're gonna use Evian Water Facial Spray. We're just gonna spray. So she talks about, I'm dewy. So Nara kind of talks about how K-pop idol makeup really focuses on the skin. So we're going to be focusing on our skin today and just making it look all beautiful and glowy and K-poppy. So in the video, she uses a foundation that's pretty lightweight, which to me is my favorite kind of foundation. So I actually have the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint, and that's what I'm going to use. I'm using Classic Ivory. So I'm going to take this foundation and just kind of apply it all over. And not too much because, again, we kind of want that lighter, want that lighter, what is the word I'm trying to say? We want that lighter, we want the foundation to not be heavy, okay? That's what we want. So I'm just gonna take this brush and just kind of blend it in a little bit. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go in with a concealer. And basically what she did in the video was she covered her blemishes with the concealer, but she didn't put it under her eyes, which I have some really bad dark circles. So I might have to just kind of just put just a little bit, okay? But I am gonna cover my blemishes like she did as well. And just any kind of dark spots kind of thing, you know how it is. I'll just put just a little, I swear. I'm just gonna use the same brush and blend that out. Actually, what else? Put some over here. Yeah. So I'm just gonna use a smaller kind of buffing brush to kind of blend that little bit of concealer on my eye, under my eyes. Like I said, it really wasn't much, but I mean, I can't be going out looking like this with these dark circles, you know what I mean? Better. So next she goes in with a pressed powder to set her face. She uses very little, kind of more focused on the center of her face, and then whatever is left on the brush, she kind of brushes it all on the rest of her face. So I'm gonna be using this ColorGram Talk. It's not a pressed powder though, it's just a loose powder. It's the Velvet Filter Powder. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of that. Oops. Okay, so I'm just gonna take that onto my ColourPop brush. I'm gonna set. And then use whatever's on the rest of the brush to set the rest of my face. Light pink and brown. Next, she goes in to a little eyeshadow palette that I also don't have. So she takes a light pink color and a brown color, and she kind of puts it all over her lid and her crease and just kind of works it all in. So I don't have a light pink per se. So what I'm going to be using, I'm using Dose of Colors Sassy Sienna palette. You know? Is it Stay Sassy? No, Oh So Sassy. Okay, I'm using the first color here, Oh So Sassy, and I'm just gonna mix it with this middle color here, Foxy, and we're gonna do it that way, I guess. So I'm just gonna mix both those colors. Get a little closer, and we're just gonna mix that. I'm kind of nervous. All over. You know, I don't hate it. We're gonna hook up our other eye here too. Next, Nara takes a dark brown color and puts it in the inner and outer corner of her eyes and kind of blends it towards the middle, kind of like a gradient effect. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm going back into the same palette, and I'm going to take the Sassy Siennas, and I'm going to take Stay Sassy, this brown color here. A little nervous because these colors on this palette I feel like are a little more pigmented than the ones she's using, so I don't want to like go overboard. So I'm just gonna take a little bit, put it on the outer corner. On the inner corner. I totally skipped this, but she takes the same colors, the two light colors, the pink and the brown, which were these for me, and she goes under her eye as well. I feel like that fluffy brush is too big, so I'm just gonna go in with like a flat eyeshadow brush and try it that way. Oh. I'm gonna take a fluffier brush and kind of blend that in, just because this dome brush is a little stiffer. It doesn't blend as well, but it's good for getting in those kind of areas. Get on the inner as well. So next she takes a kind of a glittery shadow and puts it in the center of her eye and then on the bottom as well. Like I said, because I don't have the same colors that she has, we're gonna improvise. So I'm going into my Morphe palettes. This is the 35V, and I'm gonna be using this color here, which is called, I don't know if you can see that, which is called Heartbreaker. It's kind of like a pinkish. Use that and just a brush and put that on the center. I feel like it ain't popping enough, you know what I mean? Hers was so glittery. So that one's just not bright enough for me. So we're gonna try Three Little Words here, which is this other color, this other pinkish color. We're gonna see if that's a little bit better because I'm not feeling that one. Okay, so I have those on, but I just still feel like it's not sparkly enough. So I'm gonna be using this ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Amaze. And we'll see if that maybe is a little glitterier. And I'm just gonna use my finger and just kind of pat that. Oh, okay, this is better. Better! Glitter, baby! Oh, yeah. Light pink shimmer shade. Yeah. So next she takes kind of like a light pink shimmery shade and uses it in the inner corners for her highlights. So I am going to go back in with Three Little Words here, this one. And I don't know, I'm gonna try it. Oh. I think I did too much there. Oops. Okay, so next she takes a dark brown eyeliner and tight lines her eyes and kind of drags it a little bit to the corner of her eye, like above the lashes. So we're gonna try that. So I can't tight line for shit, so here we go. Next she takes a black liner and kind of defines the wing a little bit towards the edge, but I did notice she doesn't like flick it up. It's kind of like follows your eye shape, so it just kind of goes in the same direction, almost downwards a little bit. So we'll try that, and she kind of just does it right at the end. Yes, I did it. So next she goes back into a dark brown shadow and kind of smudges this and smokes it out a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm going back into that same Fox Stay Sassy from Sassy Sienna's palette. Then she does the same thing kind of like on the outer corners of the bottom and then towards the inside as well. So then she uses mascara. I'm going to be using the Voluminous Feline Mascara. Just going to pop that bad boy on. And then she puts them on her bottom lashes. So she does draw on her bottom lashes some extra eyelashes and kind of blends it in. But I have a lot of bottom eyelashes, so I will not be doing that step. I'll just put regular mascara on. So the next thing she does is she does use some false eyelashes. She uses a wispy kind and she cuts the end parts and just uses the end. Using Ardell's 120 Demi Wispies. Just gonna cut this outer part. She said she uses about 1/3 of it, I guess. And then pop that right onto the outer edge. Oh. I'm so bad at putting on fake eyelashes. It's kind of funny. Let's try this again. Screw it. My eyelashes are long enough. We're skipping that step. I can't. Okay. She does use a nude eyeliner on her bottom tight line that I unfortunately don't have. So we're gonna skip that step and we're gonna move on. She goes on to brows. So for her eyebrows, she does use a powder because she says the brow is supposed to be natural and not bold. And then she uses an Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil to kind of fill in some spaces. And then a brow gel to kind of make it like the hairs a little bit lighter. So I do not have a brow powder. I usually fill in my eyebrows with pencil. I usually don't go too heavy on the eyebrows because I have plenty of them. So I'm just gonna do my eyebrows kind of like I naturally do and hope for the best. So I use the e.l.f. brow pencil in the color Natural Brown. So I'm just gonna kind of lightly fill them in. I really don't do too much with my eyebrows on a daily basis. I just kind of take a pencil and fill in just any kind of like thinner areas, and that's pretty much it. Like I don't have this big intricate routine. And then I just kind of brush it up. And I'll do the same here. Going with Ulta's brow tint in deep. It technically is lighter than my hair, so I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. She does go in her under eyes next with a liquid glitter from Stila and kind of just does the under eye part. I do not have a liquid glitter from Stila or at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another eyeshadow and kind of wet my brush first and then put it underneath. So I think I'm going to take the color Three Little Words again, this pink, and then I'll wet my brush. Again, it doesn't give that glittery effect, so I'm going to go back in with Amaze and kind of just dab it with my pinky finger. Just to give it like glitter, you know what I mean? Then wet, then wet. Next she goes in with some blush. I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Infallible Paint Blush Palette. This is the 230. So I'm going to use this first color here. And she says that you want to keep the blush kind of centered on the cheeks and not drag it back. What's next? I think I love it. Next, she takes kind of like a matte bronzer type of thing and contours a little bit of her face. This center color here, Shadow Play from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. She does is she kind of contours a little bit of her nose. Does under her lips. She does her jaw, so I'm just gonna take a bigger brush to do that. So then she actually goes back in and takes a little bit of contour and contours the underneath of her eyes. So she kind of takes this and draws. Then she takes a Q-tip and kind of blends it all in together. I'm not really sure if that did anything for me, but we're gonna go with it. Goes in with a highlight and highlights her nose and kind of just like the center of her face-ish kind of. I'm going with Becca's Opal. Kind of put a little bit on my nose. She put a little on her forehead. So next she goes back in and she puts a little bit of the foundation on her lips after she takes off her lip balm, which I'm gonna do. Not a good look for me. I look like I got some really crusty lips. In with a pencil and she kind of overlines her lips a little bit. A nice light pink. So I'm gonna go in with Ofra's Silk lip liner and just, I guess, line them, you know? Okay, and then she goes in with a red lipstick, kind of dabs it, puts it in the center and kind of works it up and then blends it in with a Q-tip. So I don't have a red lipstick. I don't know why, even though I do have them, I don't know where they are. So I'm gonna be using this little sample. I'm gonna be using this little sample I got from Colorgram Talk, and I'm just gonna, it's kind of like a pinkish reddish color. Now I'm gonna this looks orange to me, so we're gonna change colors. Of course, it's a lip tint, so we're gonna work with it. Okay, so this one's more of a red. There we go. And she takes a Q-tip and kind of blends it a little bit. Let's do something about this hair. So I'm just gonna finish this look just to give myself a little bit more of a dewiness back with the Evian water spray. So this is the finished look, guys. What do you guys think? I personally like it. I am a fan of the eyeshadow. I like the lips. I personally would have done a little more highlight, but I like it either way. Super pretty, super natural. I like it. I'm a fan. Obviously, it does look a little bit different than Nara's tutorial. One, because we didn't use the same products, and also because her eye shape and her face shape is different from mine. So it obviously wasn't gonna come out identical, but I was curious to kind of see what I would look like with like K-pop makeup. And I like it. I think it's really cute. I'm a fan. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to see more videos like this? More kind of like Korean makeup kind of videos? If so, let me know. I'd be happy to do them for you. But other than that, I like it. JYP, where you at? Is it for today for me. If you guys want to give me a follow on Instagram, I will link my Instagram down below. You guys can give me a follow if you don't already, and just kind of let me know what you guys want to see, what you want to see next. I will be filming probably again this weekend and uploading this weekend, so you let me know what you're interested in seeing and I will try and get that up for you. But that is it for me, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.